Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the RockShop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the Rip Berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos? One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made, your way.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
I have an idea.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Aztec Safety.
Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Mowat, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. TheRockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos? One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made your way.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
I have an idea.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Homet, Mowat, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. TheRockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made, your way.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
I have an idea.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made your way.
A very pleasant good afternoon, and welcome to the Saville Community Sports Center. We've been here all weekend since Friday, and now we are down to the nitty-gritty. It's the finals of the Saville Shootout. We have Team Gim versus Team Einarson. I'm Dave Schmel, joined by Jim Nix. Connor Sims is handling our production duties today, and Jim, it's been a fun weekend of curling.
Yeah, it really has. You know, I've had the opportunity to take quite a few games in this weekend, and, you know, the technical parts of it all have been great. The ice has been great, lots of curl, lots of speed, but the curling has been pretty good for the most part, you know, again, for opening weekend, if you will. And, yeah, so it's good. Both these teams roll in here at 6-0, so they've got it figured out.
And it is Team Einarson with the hammer here in the first end. They're throwing the Yellowstones, hailing out of Gimli, Manitoba. Here's Carly Burgess throwing lead. And welcome to all our viewers in the chat. My friend from Pittsburgh, Ian Andrew, our super fan Megan Edwards. Feel free to interact with us here. We enjoy it, and we enjoy the fact that you join us. And if you haven't done it yet, and I can't imagine why you haven't, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps us out, and it helps to keep you informed on all the action that we're going to be bringing you all season long. You'll be able to catch up on your favorite teams, follow your favorites, go through different playlists. All that time, all for you, and then we don't charge you a dime to do it. So please help us out by watching and pounding that like button. With that said, we have a beautiful draw down. Now we're going to get our standard stack 'em up.
Yeah, it's good. Good draw in there by Carly Burgess first, and a good draw in there by Team Gim. I understand that certainly the Gim team, talking with Connor and whatnot a little bit before the game, has played well, but the skipper in particular has been lights out this weekend. Einarson's games have been pretty much in control the whole game for the most part. They did have one real squeaker in the fourth round robin game against Team Peterson from the U.S., and that one was a real close one, 1 point victory for Einarson, but kind of controlled most of the other games. Despite being sick for a game, I guess. Kerri did miss one game with some stomach flu or likewise.
Well, that happens from time to time. Actually happened to me last evening at the bonspiel I was playing in.
And yeah, and purely just from flu.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, actually.
Yeah. No, I believe that. So, and that's the case with most people that are curling competitively now. People certainly look after themselves and get the sleep and everything they need to play the best they can play. So,
you've seen my profile picture on Facebook. Yeah, I don't know if you can put me in that category, but yes.
Yeah, I can't recall. I don't know what it is.
Well, there you go.
I'll jump in and have a look somewhere halfway through the game.
It's okay. It's okay. Well done. Well done. I'm willing to stick where I'm at here. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. So you got the whole stack here, and we have Kristen Karwacki throwing the second rocks, looking to maybe move them up a little bit.
Yeah, it's time, I think, for them to move some of these rocks around, if not most of them. We talked a little bit in the first game when we did with Kerri. It's she's got to feel good just about even though the lineup has been a little mixed this weekend, but it was intentional. And other than her missing a game, it was intentional. But she's got to feel good just to know that she's got a season coming up that she's going to have the same players out there all the time. She doesn't run around looking for players. So,
yeah, that was obviously a bit of drama with that last year.
Yeah, that's a very nice shot.
Yeah, get the top one off, rolled for a corner guard.
Yeah, I think that's about perfect, I would say.
I see how they're stacked up there, Einarson. Shot and third stone. So here is Suji Kim, second for Team Gim.
And you will hear the Gim name a lot in this one with 3 of the players.
Oh, we have now 2 Kims and a Gim.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
2. I've got them all down as Gims, but maybe not.
Now, you're making me not believe myself. Nope. I am exonerated.
So what is it anyway? I'll just look it up after.
It's Yoonji Gim, Minji Kim, Suji Kim, and Yoon Sol.
All right, gotcha.
And we mean no offense by using the more common North American naming convention as opposed to the family name being pronounced first, usually in Korea. Just want to be more. It's the audience we're speaking to in general right now. So this one from Karwacki taps and leaves the guard right there. Pretty sure they wanted to engage those rocks just a little bit, don't you think?
Well, they number one would be to engage them, and secondly, if not, at least roll that rock away, similar to you did on the first shot. You definitely didn't want to stay right there. It's interesting, though. It's that rock's so well guarded that the skipper, the Unji Gim, now has to really think hard about where to put this next rock.
And she is thinking about it for sure.
Yeah, I think it's another guard call, basically.
They seem to like the guard, and looks like they have a bit of an appetite for the shuffle the deck just a touch. Don't know if I'm a huge fan of that.
No, I don't know this shot. It's a difficult shot to be good on. You take it in there and show Kerri the way down to follow you right down. So I think it's going to be a guard call of some kind here.
And looks like they're going to just cut off the draw path on the left side as we're looking down.
Yeah, and that's interesting too. It's I think that if you cut off the draw path, you're forcing Kerri Einarson to basically run that front one, which probably means yours is gone off the top of the button there. So it's going to be interesting.
So first stone for Minji Kim. This is curling over nicely. Parks in a decent spot. Did leave the draw path still open, though, Jim.
Yeah, I did leave it open, but I really think I kind of like that better, actually. And I know you're leaving it open, but it's a draw to the button that, you're going to get a chance to see Einarson come in there now, and no matter where she goes, you're going to have a pretty good read on what you need to do. So I didn't really like the idea for the Gim team to leave that disruption in the middle, if you will, of the straight line. I think that was going to be a good result. So we'll see.
So we're all the way out there trying to bring it in. And now they're going to play in a raise on their own. That was definitely at least as far down as plan C.
Yeah, for sure. I obviously was a little bit heavy. I mean, if it doesn't hit that rock, it's going to go back to the back of the 8-foot, but it didn't really move a lot. I don't know if she also got outside or not. Val had a little rough start the first game this morning. She had a little bit trouble getting going for a couple of ends, and then she just made everything after that. But did have a little tough start. But I'm sure that was the combination of the weight and the ice and everything there. So
now Suji is going to try to do that draw. He's trying to come around the outside. Around the outside. Around the outside. Comes on in. Do they scrub it far enough? It's second shot.
that was pretty interesting. I didn't expect them really to be able to get by all that stuff.
It certainly felt like it was there. It was
Yeah.
close for sure. Now, interesting because Einarson can't just leave that there.
No. And she's still trying to think of a way to manufacture two here.
Thinking maybe back 8-foot weight.
Yeah.
I think she's thinking what I just spoke of. Not exactly sure what to do, so she's going to come all the way in. So here's Val Sweeting.
That red one is in a pretty good position for Team Gim, though.
Yes, sorry, Chris in the chat. I just looked at my lineup sheet wrong. I have them written down right. I just said the wrong thing. Now this one finished up a lot more. Comes on down to be, after the wick, to be at the top 8.
I think this is a bit of a scary first end, no matter which team you are. It's just, it's kind of, there's just so many rocks in play. It's just a bit scary, and doesn't really look like anything's going to turn into a big number anywhere. But Gim looking to maybe throw a guard on all of that stuff. In which case, she's really just trying to force Kerri to take one. So far, I've seen Kerri make this weekend. She seems to have really nice draw weight, and she's made a couple of skips deuces when you've left her that situation. So,
I mean, if you throw a guard, I don't know if you're 100% stuck to be one. You could throw a rifle at the one on the outside and roll flat and get another one on there.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know if they looked at it. I mean, I think it's clearly there, and Einarson likes to throw the weight.
Yeah. But she does have that. I think if it got to that point, I guess I don't know where this rock is going to end up. But if she throws a guard here, I think Kerri obviously has the outturn draw too, all the way around for.
Oh, for sure.
Full 4-foot for her second point. If you really feel good, you can play the little raise and move the red one in and be shot if you're the Gim team. But everything comes with a bit of a risk here, no matter what you do. So.
Absolutely.
Looking like a guard, though.
So Gim with her first to 2. Looking to be pretty high, about 4 feet off the rings. This one's going to mosey on over and settle down nicely.
Yeah, that hard finish, it's really nice when you need it. It's just when it starts to go, sometimes you just it's like watching a putt that's not quite online. It's kind of like, whoa, 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 whoa. We just kind of stop rock, but that was perfect. Perfect for what they called.
Well, for me to have that feeling of watching a putt, I would have had to make it to the green first.
Yeah. Well, Everybody gets there eventually, Dave. I did play my one and only game of golf yesterday, and there were times when I didn't think I was ever getting to the green for sure, but eventually you get there.
Well, that's true. I mean, I actually golfed this week also, and I had 3 shots that actually looked like golf shots.
That's nice.
Out of many.
Yeah.
They're not going to go with the actual score.
No.
So, holding it out there. Now comes the break. Is it going to settle down and be shot?
It's a little heavy, I think, but
it is heavy, and it's going to come right on through.
Well, we're going to see an interesting shot call here, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting decision. I mean, I guess there's. Do you ever like playing the whole line? Yellow, red, yellow, red.
I don't think so. Let's have a look at it here. Yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow.
It's a lot of granite for sure.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it may not leave you with a bad situation, but I would just be afraid that it just doesn't bounce the right way, and all of a sudden they have a chance for a big end. The trick here, though, is that are you going to go right in, basically play the same shot Kerri just played, or are you throwing the guard to take that shot away? In which case, you may well force Einarson to go over and play the shot you were talking about, Dave, and that's definitely there as well, where she plays that heavyweight takeout on the one and the 12-foot and rolls to the number 2. Doesn't matter whose rock it is. And I'm not quite sure what they settle on here, and just
this ice. This ice could be a guard or it could be the draw.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're going to throw the guard here. The thing that happens most of the time is that these guards tend to overcurl, and you're guarding not really where the opposition stones are.
Yeah, and they are looking for the guard. They're looking to be top 12, just biting the draw path. And I think anywhere along here you've done your job.
Yeah.
So the called shot is made.
Okay, he's still going around it.
Still going to go around and try to grab the 4 around what was just thrown.
And that's kind of what I was talking about, Dave. Is just that sometimes it's just instinctive to kind of say, look, put it there and think, okay, well, that's perfect. But, you can leave a hole there even. You could leave a hole, another probably rock widths there, and Kerri can't do anything with it. And this shot becomes that much harder. So even though it's a pretty darn good guard, it probably, for where she's trying to get to, it probably doesn't guard any of that travel, that path going down there for where the rock's going to have to go.
Yeah, you probably could have stopped sweeping that quite a bit earlier.
Yeah.
So, final still in the first 10 for Kerri Einarson. She has 1 in her pocket, needs to be a good bit of the 4-foot to get a deuce.
Yeah, and I'm expecting this to be close, to be honest. She just threw this shot basically.
So Burgess and Karwacki bringing it in. Just got to get there. It's got to get there to be there. And it appears to be. I think it's 2. 2 it is. She gets her deuce in 1. We'll be back with the second end right after this. You're watching Curling Stadium.
Hey, Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting. We'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock.
Well, I've seen, this is the fourth Einarson game I've seen, so I think I only did 5, so that's, or maybe I did 6, I don't know, whatever it is. I've done a lot of theirs. So.
If you did 5, it felt like you did 7.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com.
That was
early
really
bird pricing and soon.
That was the one that didn't go the extra.
And welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center. It's the finals of the Saville Shootout here on Curling Stadium, part of the Stadium Sports Network. Dave Schmel along with Jim Nix, and it was a deuce for Einarson in the first end, and Team Gim looking to respond now with Hammer in end number 2.
Yeah, that was a difficult situation for Gim, and really they played a guard. You hate when that happens. When you play the guard, you make it basically perfect, exactly what you wanted to play. And then when you go back and look at it, you think, well, you know what, that shot didn't do anything. Like, we threw it there, but it really didn't do anything because it didn't guard the actual path of the stone to the forefoot. So unfortunate, but you know what, they showed enough in the first end to expect them to get right back here.
And we had Burgess throwing her stone up here now. And we had some questions as to where Burchard is, and Jimmy, you might be able to enlighten the folks in the audience.
Sure. Well, first of all, for those that don't know, she is here and she has played. So Shannon had some major surgery on her knee, from what we understand, last year, and really didn't play at all. And Kristen Karwacki, who's playing in this game, played the whole season. She's the 5th, but she did play basically every event and every game for Einarson, so she was ready to play. And really, it's a matter of, it's like every sport, when you have some situations like that, you're coming back from something, you don't want to overdo the stresses on whatever your injury is, and I think that's more the case here. We know that they kind of alternated games right up until now, but after Shannon played this morning, the last 2 games Karwacki's played, so maybe the knee's just a little tender and whatever, but she looks good. I thought she threw the stone really good I've done 4 of her games as the 5th of Einarson games. I've seen her play a couple of those, and she's throwing it good. She looks really good, and it doesn't look uncomfortable at all. So it's just a matter of being cautious.
Well, thanks for that update, Jim. We have the Einarson stone on the button. Gim has one stacked on top of it. High center guard. And a really long, well, tight center guard rather, and a really long corner guard.
It is.
And the aforementioned Karwacki is watching this one come on down. They end up crisscrossing their guards up a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know if Karwacki, I'm not sure where she filled in last year as far as position. I was suspecting that she played maybe both positions, sometimes played lead, sometimes played second, but I'm not completely sure of that. But I do know that Carly Burgess has played everything, right from lead to 3rd stones. Over the last 4 or 5 years, she's been in that position, but I suspect they just don't want to. She's going to be in that position. They don't really want to mess that up because when Shannon comes back, she is a 2nd stone, and so rather than move both Carly and then put Kristen at lead, they just said, "Carly, you just stay where you are." Great sweeper and a good thrower. So.
And we have lots of Einarson fans, and they're letting us know that Karwacki was the lead most of the season.
Okay.
Part of the village that is Curling Stadium. It takes a village to bring this type of accuracy, do you? That guard is much high and much more guarding things. But now we're going to see some movement here from Team Gim.
Yeah, it does look like Gim can't really afford to get into too much trouble here because she definitely doesn't want to give up a score, any score at this point. So she's going to try to move a couple of rocks around, I think.
And they accomplished that double peel very nicely.
Yeah, it does look like Gim can't really afford to get into too much trouble here because she definitely doesn't want to give up a score, any score at this point. So she's going to try to move a couple of rocks around, I think.
Just the right angle. And they accomplished that
off.
double peel. That's a 4 out of the 4 on the scorecard.
Yeah, I will cover those for you in the future, Dave. I was just looking at the feed there and missed the replay.
I'm there for you, buddy.
I know, and it sounded good. I didn't even realize that I was missing something there for a couple seconds.
Trying to bring the guard back in. It does come in. It's online. But good news for Team Gim. There's only one of them now to deal with.
Yeah.
And running that back into the house could make good things happen for you.
Could. It's looks like she's trying to do that, so
I think if you I'm sorry, Jim.
No, that's good.
Do think if you run it on there, you might even be able to get your red to shift over maybe underneath the guards.
Yeah, in behind the corners, yeah, for sure. And you do reach a point where you kind of have to play this. You can't just play the straight peel, so this is going to be good, I think.
Minji sends it back on the one, moves it over. It does get into the 4-foot. They do lie shot stone. They are guarded by their own rock. Get your red to show it again there, Jim.
Yeah, we'll see
shift
another
over
look at
maybe
this.
underneath the guards.
This is really well managed shot. Corners, yeah, for sure. Really nice. You do reach a point where you kind of have to play this. You can't just exactly like she did. Just run the yellow back into the red.
Minji sends it back on the one, moves it
Great
over.
Shot. I guess it could have probably come up a hair more and actually made it even slightly better, but I'm sure she would take that in a second.
So Sweeting with her second.
She's just trying to come around that high one and be basically 8 foot at the front. It's so late, the movement, that it's just hard to believe it's going to ever get over there. With all the curl days, she can probably get to the nose of that or slightly inside even, if she wants to.
Oh, absolutely.
See the signals there you can't always tell what the team signals are, but there's a couple that seem to be standard in this world, and one is when anybody reaches down, touches the ankle or shoe or anything like that, or raises the leg up to do that. That's inevitably a hack weight shot. And the other one is when anybody taps their hip or that area of the body, it's usually going to be a board weight shot or a barrier weight if you're over in the UK. That's super good weight control on that, Dave. That was just perfect.
No, I concur.
Now, I don't know if Kerri would ever be so brave as to try to hit maybe half a stone here and pick the red one on the way by. That would be a very aggressive call, but she's probably more likely trying to just do the same thing, make contact, sit right there, and force Gim to deal with that stone.
So here's Kerri's first. Very tight to the guard. They just skinny by and make that hit. Well swept shot. So Team Gim line 1.
Yeah, very nice. It will be tough for Kerri to score here, but more importantly for Team Gim, how are they ever going to manufacture 2 here? That's going to be a serious challenge.
And that is going to lead to a mound visit here.
First of the day, that's not bad. 2 hands almost, yeah.
Absolutely. If you folks caught our late night game on Friday/Saturday, you guys will get the reference. Yeah, but that was a very nice throw by Einarson there.
Yeah, it really ends up in a really tough spot for Gim just to leave because, it's never an easy shot to bump it to the button, but it's certainly, for Kerri, certainly a very makeable shot to come down and raise her yellow up. And even if she doesn't get it right to the button, make your 2 really, really difficult. And if she gets it to the button, you may have a hard time scoring. So, she's going to go way out here and try to come all the way around. And even when she comes around, I don't know if she gets to the top of her own or if she gets by the red. But there's not a lot of room there, Dave, to get number 2.
Yeah, it does not look easy, but you're in the finals. Most of these players are pretty good. So here we go. Uijeongbu Gim with her first of 2 in the second. Way out there, really close to the sideline. Definitely made it around, but just a touch heavy. But you know what? That was a tough ask because out there in the fresh stuff.
Yeah.
Tough to really get a read on what the proper weight to throw is.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if and you'd hate to do it almost, but I don't know if the straight guard on this shot, guarding this yellow one, would have been possibly a better option for Team Gim because, what would Kerri have done? Well, she would have probably had to play the same shot you just played, and that's would have been very difficult and could have ended up in a 2 for Team Gim. And I don't know. Now I just this one would scare me a little bit if I'm sitting back watching her throw this one because I think she's going to make this or she's going to be really, really close.
So final stone in the second for Einarson. Burgess and Kowacki working it hard. Getting on down there. Looks like it gonna tap. Will it end up as shot? Yes, it will. Great team shot there for Team Einarson.
Yeah, super good shot. We're going to have another look
at
it here.
Working it hard.
Like I say, this was a scary one to leave, and Carly and Kristen managed it down there, and just perfect weight. Kerri Einarson really has been on fire as far as that kind of shot this weekend.
Yeah, you could not have drawn that one up better.
No, and I really don't know if it might have been a better idea to cover that one up. I would have had to think really hard about it, especially since I was already shot. But anyway, she didn't, so now she'll have to look at another way to score. And this looks like a slight slash for 2. It's 2 if you make it, though. And G probably will be pretty close on this, too. Good curling team.
So facing one, Gim's final stone of the second end. Trying the really long raise. You stick it, it's for 2. off and on.
Must be close.
Bring it over just a little bit. Run it back. Oh, yeah. Wrecking that top one. And it's going to fly on by. It's a steal 1 for Einarson. She has a 3-0 advantage. We'll be right back after this from Saville. You're watching Curling Stadium.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made your way.
And welcome back to the Saville Shootout. Steal 1 in that last end for Einarson, Jim.
Yeah, you know, the GIM team opted to leave that little tap for Kerri and proved to maybe be a mistake, but she came down and made an absolutely perfect tap to the button. Gim didn't have a lot, but she attempted about a 12 to 14 foot angle race takeout that was probably offline by 1/8 of an inch or so, because she just about made it. If she gets by, she gets 2. So she's got some work to do now, though. Down 3-0 to one of the best teams going is certainly a challenge.
Well, we'll see how they take on that task. First one for Einarson is in the rings. And it's going to be joined by another one momentarily.
Yeah, definitely a situation with a 3-0 lead that you're going to play some defense, but at the same time, knowing Kerri and watching Kerri play enough that she's not going to totally try to run and hard I wouldn't think. She's not afraid of leaving the odd rock around if she thinks she has a better opportunity to score and make things difficult. So, but for the most part, I think it's going to be a pretty defensive end, at least on her part.
So Uijeongbu looking to throw the guard here. This one is successful. And Kerri, like you said, staying aggressive here, throwing the center on.
Yeah, it certainly didn't help the GIM team to have the hog rock on the first one, but at least with this 5 rock rule, it does give you 1. You still got a chance to at least get 1 rock out there that you can use.
Well, the other way to look at it is the other 3 players are going to get a round of drinks.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm not sure if that rule, well, might work might work at this level. Hopefully it does.
It can after a Sunday final, Jim.
Oh, that's true. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Because I'm sure all the teams take a moment to decompress just a little bit after a big bonspiel.
Yeah, you would have to. You'd go crazy if you didn't do something to relax. So,
I mean, we're decompressing right now, and I assure you, I did not just play in a big bonspiel.
well,
the
term big bonspiel is relative, Dave. I think it's
we call it a big bonspiel.
Exactly. Yeah. I think we all still sometimes play in big bonspils. They're just the percentage is just adjusted a little bit is all.
It's all about having good time with good friends.
Yeah.
And keeping that fun spirit alive. Not that competitive curling isn't fun, but it's good to just have fun too.
Exactly. So this is a situation I was sort of referring to before. It's a good situation for Kerri. She really doesn't have to peel any of those corner guards, but there are teams out there that with this setup would go out and peel one of the corners away. And
so what would you coach somebody to do? What would be your preferred modus operandi?
I would play that same shot she just played, to be honest. I think if one corner guard out there, I might actually run it. But with two corner guards out there, I think I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to take a shot at this one time at least and see what happens. Probably depends on what your team is like and what your team's comfortable in doing. And most of these teams should be comfortable playing any style that's necessary at any given time.
So Suji with a shot here. Oh, I was gonna say squeeze past the guard, but then it did not.
Yeah, that's you hate those ones that are just close enough that you gotta go, and it just doesn't quite get by. Those are painful.
I mean, that almost hit the back part of the rock.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always wondered if that's actually possible. It sounds like we've heard that term before.
I know we say it all the time, but
yeah, I don't know if that's possible. Got to be some kind of an engineer type person out there that can give us a real answer on that.
So Val Sweeting with her first.
This is a real mess for Team Gim right now. It's just, down 3-0, and you've got the opposition with two counters, two guards. It's just a horrible situation for her right at the moment. You're in third stones. You really don't want to be whacking rocks, but I don't think you're going to have a choice. I think you got to try to get rid of a couple of rocks on this shot.
As much as you don't want to be hitting, you kind of almost have to right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So Minji Kim gonna get the top one, not gonna get anything else to move.
No. And that's not good. It's she had to get something else. I figure you try to get the two high ones, but if you don't get anything else, get one of the ones off the top of the 12-foot or something. So that was not a good result.
Well, I would counter that you did open the draw path on that side now.
On the which side? In turn, out turn.
The left-hand side as we're looking at the long shot.
So through the port.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
So you have a way in now. So
yeah.
And Kerri can only take away one of them.
Yeah, you're definitely right. The red rock is still probably more of a concern than the yellow for getting to the button with a draw. So, but yeah, I think you're right. I think there is room.
And those two reds are kind of gunned up at the pin too.
Yeah, they might be. I'd have to see that one to know for sure. But
well, if there's anybody who can get a camera shot of that, it's Connor Sims.
It's a good shot.
Oh, there you see the angles, Jimmer.
Yeah. She could, on this shot, she could actually, if she wanted to, she could play the out-turn hit at this yellow on the top of the 12-foot, try to make the double and roll over behind the corner. I mean, that's a lot of things have to go well for you, but if it ever did, it'd be a good situation or better situation. Got to get more contact than just a high guard here, though. And working hard again. Oh, she's okay, I guess.
Yeah, now we're off of it, off and on. 1, 2, 3, all of them moving. Get them off the button. Well, there's that.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be good, but it might have just messed things up even worse because now you don't have the port that you were talking about before to work with. And Kerri comes around here on the out turn to the top of the forefoot.
You're in a bit of a pickle.
A big pickle, yeah. One of them large dill pickles.
Large dill pickles, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I think we should honor the national dish of the Republic of Korea and say a big bowl of kimchi.
Okay.
I love kimchi, by the way.
Yeah, what is it? What you've told me last year what it is. But...
It's pickled cabbage that is quite spicy.
Right, right.
And it's often made in these large clay pots, and every grandmother has a recipe. And some people still follow the age-old method of burying the pot and letting it ferment underground.
Yeah, I've seen that before, yeah.
It's a delightful product. And this is a delightful shot from Kerri Einarson.
It is a good shot. I don't think she wanted to be quite that deep, to be honest. If she stops a foot shorter, then it's a little bit better for her. But still not a bad situation if you're up 3-0 here in the third end. The little inset there with the overhead, you can see that Kim could get to that one. And if she can get to it, she might be able to get shot rock. But actually, if she even gets to 3/4 of it, Dave, she might be able to move a rock and leave hers there. I think she has an opportunity here to maybe escape this end without trying to run back on the top one, because I don't know that the run back is going to... They haven't made it really good yet. And I like the out turn tap, if you want to call it that. Leave your shooter right there, even if you're number 2. Kerri might have to do something with it. Whatever you do, you got to make it, though, this time. Definitely room on the out turn to come around.
Yeah, there's certainly some conversation going on about this.
Yeah, even if you play the run, if you do play the run back, and then let's say you make it perfect and everything flies, you're going to be forced to 1 at best. And she's decided on that. Nothing wrong with this call either. I think it's, it might be the easier of the 2 shots by a little tiny bit.
So Gim, with her first in the way, coming with some little bit of pace here. Gotta have to hold it. Hit the 1, hit the take it off the button. So that mission is accomplished.
Yeah, I just curled on a little bit on them. They really wanted to be on the other side of it. A little tiny bit on the other side of it. And if you were going to miss it, would have been better miss, I guess. You can't plan that necessarily, but if you had hit it the other way, you would have at least rolled out and left yourself a little better situation, left Kerri no guards to come around. So, but either way, still in a heap of trouble, but they do have one of their own out front to work with, so chance to escape, perhaps.
And Kerri can only remove 1 option at a time, so.
That's right.
And this is her final of the third.
Yeah, it's going to be a straight come around. She's probably going to try to be in the same basic position she was before without maybe going quite as deep. Just be a couple inches or a few inches short of that. Got the ice figured out, that's for sure.
That is just a couple inches shorter.
Yeah, that's pretty much perfect.
So now taking a look at it.
It should not take them long to decide on this. It's well, I guess they're going back and have a little more look. That they are considering if they can get through that hole, and if they ever get through the hole, they're going to score. But not very easy. But none of them are right now because your options are, possibly the outturn draw all the way around and squeeze it onto the piece of the button, or the run back. There's no good options here right now, but looks like she might have settled. I can't tell for sure. I was going to say it looks like she might have settled going after that on the outturn.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to come inside out at it.
I think they are. That's obviously against not the best from a stagger point of view, but you also have to stay here. So if she goes the intern through that port, she probably doesn't stay. This is a really difficult shot.
Right. If you make this shot on the outturn, your rock is almost certainly staying there.
Yeah.
So huge shot facing 3. Uijeongbu Gim with her final rock of end number 3. Just watching now, on it to hold it. We're going to slide. Oh, just wicks it. Oh, my goodness. That was so close to perfect. But it's going to be a steal, too, for Kerri Einarson. She now has a 5-0 lead. We'll be back in a moment on Curling Stadium.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are
Guy
legendary.
Fieri.
But this
And
new ones will emerge in the Tahoe
they
Basin.
call him to sleep. Trevor, and eventually by the end.
November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock.
This looks like an exact duplicate or replica of the last end. I think it was the last end, anyways, when the rocks went up like this. Well, Kerri's going to go around the corner this time instead of going to the center guard. That's a bit of a surprise to me, anyways.
It does seem a little bit unconventional. What would make you want to play this?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. Generally speaking, you don't really want to be fooling around corner guards. I think at least that was always the idea in the past. And the problem with this shot, if you slide just to the back of the tee line, even, and you kind of gave them another opportunity to use one of your rocks. I don't know that I love this shot.
Turn it around, fighting, listening, and fight.
She's going to be probably pretty wide open.
It does come on in there, and I think, you just gave access to throw a double at it if you want to.
Yeah, the one thing for Einarson is that she's pretty sure the Gim team is not going to play a double at this point, but that could happen later for sure. She looks like she's playing the freeze, the one that Einarson just threw.
Which would not exclude the possibility of using that as a key rock to redirect later. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, no, you're right on that.
Past the guard, no problem. Just needs to be right on the weight. It's going to give it a little tappy tap. Still Einarson sitting 1-2.
Yeah, it needed, if it curls like 6 inches less, it's really good. Unfortunately, it just went a little tiny bit too far. So certainly removable for Einarson. Trying to figure out what she's going to hit. She's got to hit something, I think. Although maybe not. You never know.
They're looking at addressing that stone.
Well, I think they're considering really the two shots I think they're considering here really are peeling that corner guard, and secondly to hit the rock and that was just thrown. You lose that one on the tee line of yours, but that doesn't really matter. And for a minute, it looks like Kerri was still thinking about maybe coming right in, but we can't hear it, so we don't know. She might be saying, well, they're going to be doing this rather than should we do this, so it's a little hard to tell, but this is the shot, really, I think, that most teams are going to play most of the time.
So the stone on the way from Karwacki. Peels off that red rock. And away it goes. Indicating that she thinks he might have rolled that just a little bit.
Yeah. This corner guard is so long.
Do you like the draw freeze right now and just try to tighten it up and kind of convert this to a mixed doubles end?
No, I actually think I still like the idea of going around the corner and
they
decide.
Yeah, and they sense it's a very important moment, so timeout's been called.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough call for sure. What do you do? You're down 3, down 5 rather, and the opposition's sitting 3 or sitting 2, and you're trying to figure out a way to manufacture 2. It's difficult. You've got 5 rocks to come yet, though, so I think you're one shot away probably from playing the shot that you were talking about, Dave. I think that shot definitely going to come into play here, but just maybe not quite yet. I might even throw the corner guard in front of the one I just threw, to be honest. I don't mind that.
So the coach is coming on in, having the discussion with the team. For me, I'd like getting another one in there right now. I personally would probably play the draw.
On the intern, or would you come like
I would say
intern?
I would say dealer's choice. I'd probably prefer the intern,
Yeah.
but whichever line you think you're going to make is fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, on the outturn side, there's almost a chance that red is in the way with the way it's been buckling.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It is possible. I think it's okay, but it's not too far from being in the way for sure.
Wouldn't surprise me because we've seen some big finish at the end here.
Yeah. I think if you can get this behind the corner, and I know that corner is really long, so Kerri might chase it, but if you can get it to where, it seems like maybe she won't go after that, then what does she do? And I don't know what she'll do for sure, so it'll be interesting to see. A lot of left-handers this weekend.
They hop on this right out of Suji's hand.
Really got to go. This has got to be buried. No,
they had to sweep it for the weight. Did they brush all the line out of it? That might have happened just a little bit.
I'm a little surprised they weren't trying a little harder to curve that over, though, a little bit more than that. I know it was maybe not going to get all the way over behind, but I feel like you could have got a few more inches out of that. Made the shot just a little tiny bit tougher. Anyway.
So Val Sweeting. This one curling up on them. They're still going to make it without a problem. Right in the nose. Now take a look at those angles there, Jim. What do you see?
Well, now I think I like the idea of playing the outturn coming around to that yellow one right on the button. I don't love the intern just because I just don't know that you might set up a double on your reds. I'm trying to keep that red one in the house that's there now for a little while yet. I don't really like any kind of a hit to speak of. She's going to go intern, so.
I think if you make it right, you probably set up a more favorable angle for yourself. But one of these things you had to be just right. But unfortunately, you're in the situation where you're trailing by 5, so you need to play a little bit more aggressively than you might choose to otherwise.
Sure.
Another one that they pick up pretty much out of hand. Both brushers working hard.
Yeah, they're going to have to really go on this.
The line is getting beautiful. It just is a matter of the weight. Can they get it there? Keep on working. Drag it all the way. Heads down and sweep. And that is a coast-to-coast team shot there. Great sweeping out of Team Gim there.
Yeah, absolutely. I did. In my mind, that shot had no chance of getting there. So when you see both sweepers go, the second the person lets it go, it's rare that they're gonna be able to drag it right to that spot. I mean, they never let up at all the whole entire distance. So
you saw big smiles and also a big gasp for air at one point there.
Yeah. Well, when you're down 5-0, the other team has to come down, at least talk about what's happening. At least you got something going.
Well, it is their first mound visit.
Yeah, they shouldn't need too many. You could run the yellow right back. I mean, that's a pretty short, pretty easy shot, I think, for Val Sweeting, just to run the yellow right back onto the red and get rid of the red that way. Kerri's thinking maybe we could just draw right in here too. And you could.
lot of different angles working here. I mean, if you put a yellow one right on the red, basically throw the same draw again. It's going to be very tough for Team Gim to ever get more than one.
Well, it is, yeah, definitely. But I don't know, just some things can sometimes go wrong with the draw that just could turn into something worse. So this is a shot that I would be playing, I think, assuming she settled on this run on the yellow. I was checking in on the official notes there for a second, so I see what was happening.
Sweeting's rocked on the way, trying this run. Bang it. Pop them all away. And that's gone. So now we have a wide open 4-foot there, Jim.
You do, but you're going to see this again. This is pretty much what they wanted. It's just that they probably would have liked to have saved one of these yellows someplace. Carly Burgess has gone coast to coast on a lot of shots today, too. So you can see the end result. The Team Gim now does have an opportunity to perhaps bring at least two into play, because she's only second shot right now, but there's a possibility of playing the raise on that and taking it out and maybe still staying for number two. So that's something they could think about after, but right now I still think it's going to be a draw shot of some sort. You're definitely not going to play that shot yet.
I think they're electing to have Minji freeze onto the high yellow.
Oh, you think so? Okay. I thought maybe she was going right around the high yellow.
Oh,
but
well, she may be as well, but I do believe that was the indication, and well, at least from my mind, that would allow you. It's going to make that double angle much easier, and that's how you could score a big number. But no, they are going right around. It looks like
right around or to the back one, but that would seem a bit odd. Yeah.
And they're both brushing it. It's going to come back, and it's third rock right now, so they do lie 2-3.
Yeah. And I don't know what matters, but on that one, but I would, if you're going to be there, you might as well make sure you're third stone at least, I think, or count third rock, because they almost took it to where that wouldn't be the case. So Kerri, and not surprised at all, because it's her, has decided to basically follow that rock down. Kerri's had great draw weight. We talked earlier in this game. She's had tremendous draw weight all weekend. So she'll be very close on this.
Well, it's a good thing to have in your pocket if you're the skipper. Yeah. Now, I hope he didn't just black cat her, Jim.
No, I know. I already did that to somebody today, so I hope not. But I think it'll get over there.
There it comes. Really big finish. Little rub, but they now lie 1 and 2.
So she could freeze to that rock that Kerri just threw for sure. The problem with that is that you might have a really hard time getting two, because Kerri's probably going to make the same shot again. But the only other alternative is to go ahead and play that raise on the red one now, try to get a little tiny bit on the inside, so you make sure you're shot when it's done. Kerri would have some kind of a little short run back, but I don't know. You got to find a way to be able to bring that rock into play or count both of these stones, which is, I guess, the other option. Try to do it with
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could draw underneath that mess.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was just going to say, I was wondering where they were trying to go, and that looks like... Yeah, okay, so they're coming right around the rock in the 12-foot.
I think I might want it a little bit deeper than where they indicated, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one because you just, you want to be buried. You'd like to be... You got to get a little piece of the 4-foot, and you don't want to be at the back of the 4-foot. So it's just tough. It's always tough. When you're down 5, it's like everything has to be so perfect usually. And
yeah, there's absolutely, Jim. There's like one perfect spot where you're clear of both the runs.
Yeah.
But that spot's only maybe 3/8 of an inch big.
Yeah, it's not big. Yeah.
See how Uijeongbu Gim.
Got to get by.
Gets by, stays by, and that's just about the spot.
I think she found the spot, Dave. I don't
It's
know. It's
really, really close. I might have. They're okay. So both of the shots are there back, but actually, all 3 shots you could. I think you could. I don't know. You draw it up for me. You're the color guy.
Well, I think that you could run the yellow back. Obviously, that's definitely makeable, no question about it. And Kerri Einarson throws hits better than probably mostly every other woman on the earth, except for probably Rachel. So that shot's definitely there. But the other options are you just go ahead and play the freeze right down on top, and if you don't quite get shot rock, you don't. But you make Gim make a really nice draw to the button for her 2, which is I think what she'll end up doing. But she's now looking at the run. Those are the 2 shots that I really see that are there. You might be able to find something else, but I think those are the only 2 that are really realistic. If this red one had just curled a tiny little bit more, it might have been not even considered. But she's going to play the run. Fooled me a little bit. I really thought she'd play the draw. I've just seen her kind of go to the draw more than I would expect it to this weekend on shots like this. So it's only, 5 feet, 6 feet? So it's not a very long run. I'm just trying to figure out if there's any way you could cause yourself any grief. And I don't know if you could ever run this and just tick off your yellow that's in between those stones and leave 2 reds in the house. That would be really, really unfortunate, and I don't know if it's possible. So
I think it's possible. Highly unlikely, but possible.
Yeah.
So here's the last from Anderson. Burgess working hard again, and they make that run, chap off their own, and clear it out. So there does appear to be a shot for possibly 2 available. It's either this long double here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That might be the only chance because although I would think they'll at least take a little tiny bit more of a look at the intern hit on her own. But she can't really. No, it doesn't work because she wouldn't be able to save it for number 2. So she has to pretty much find a way to get 2, and she's going to try to do this crosshouse double to make it. Tough shot.
Yeah, I think, Jim, if you threw minimum weight, you could get far enough there. Although it looks way worse from the long view than it does from the overhead.
I know, yeah. That's how I know. I was thinking the same thing, and then when I look, I thought, you can't do that. You could if you had a little tiny bit more room. That yellow rock on the right-hand side that's at the top of the 8-foot, if that rock was moved over another 6 inches or so, you'd have a chance at this, a better chance at this. So
and they are going to reconsider this. I think the third thinks it's possible.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I think it's really, really tough. It's possible for 1 for sure, and if you play this shot, you may not even get 1. But 1 is not worth very much right now. I think 2 is a
It's almost a requirement. So
yeah.
you want to hit how much of that stone, Jim?
Well, you're going to hit like 2/3 to 3/4 of that stone, so you've got to throw this hard. Half a rock doesn't do it; goes behind it, so it's somewhere in that neighborhood of, like you say, 2/3 to 3/4, and it's got to have some oomph on it. That's for sure.
You could benefit with a aggressive amount of rotation to gear it off a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely helpful.
It is coming the right way to gear. So final stone of the 4th end. Gim needs this one here. Trying to play the very difficult crosshouse double. Trying to carve it over just a touch. Can they get it over? Make contact. It's going to slide underneath. A steal 1 for Kerri Einarson. And that makes it 6-0 after 4. We'll be back in a moment here on Curling Stadium.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. TheRockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
And welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center. It's the finals here at the Saville Shootout. Einarson with a commanding 6-stone lead, playing the 5th. Gim had a shot with a very difficult shot last in there, Jim.
Yeah, you're right. It was a very difficult shot. She had an easier shot to get 1 than that shot for 2, but obviously could have even drawn for 1. But 1 at that stage just wasn't good enough for you. And, you know, some people might think, well, it was better than giving up 1. Well, yeah, it might have been better than giving up 1, but you weren't ever getting 2 if you didn't play that shot. So to really get in the game, she had to kind of get 2. And she gave it a good run. It needed to curl up another probably another inch or 2 to be able to make it. But yeah, difficult time. Really tough now because you've got 4 ends to go and you're down 6 to Einarson. You have to kind of try to hang in and you know, again, same plan. Try to get a couple, and you either get back in it or you get out of it. One of the two here. It's like, you know, you got a couple ends to get back in it, and if you don't, then you just call it a day and say, look, we had a pretty good weekend, and try again the next time.
No, I totally agree, and I agree with your take on that situation, Jim. Because if you take you look up the scoreboard and you realize that you take 1, you're running down a runway there to get back. So I liked the aggressive call there.
Yeah. I wouldn't barely get over, but it got over, so she's got her stack corners here.
We don't see stacked corners as much as we used to.
No, we don't see it as much as you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very it hasn't been it hasn't been played that way very long. So it might be a very short-lived strategy. Know a little better as the year goes on here, and we see more events and more high-end teams. And I mean, just to see what they actually do. But I never could get my head around it, to be honest. As a great strategy, I don't know, just doesn't work in my mind somehow.
Well, Gim is a believer in this one, and is going to try to pop and flop underneath the aforementioned stacked corners.
I don't know what weight she's throwing in the shot, to be honest. It's she doesn't have very much ice.
Relatively quiet. And pick it up right out of her hand because it's already going past the first of the corners. Past the second of the corners. Make contact. You're not going to kill it, but you do slide underneath.
Yeah, very good shot. She really wasn't trying to do much more than that. Probably wanted to have just a couple feet more weight just to get another inch or two of roll and another foot of bounce on the yellow. But a pretty darn good shot. I didn't think that was enough ice for anything. I'm surprised it just didn't curl as much as I was thinking.
So Einarson comes right up, and it's going to be Rip City. Karwecki winds and fires, and it's on the way.
Ooh. Well,
that's unfortunate.
That's yeah. Just don't see that. And we're going to see it again. We don't really see it anyway. Kerri's a little bit in the way there, but just a rub.
The tiniest of rubs.
Yeah, I know. It's like it didn't even move the rock at all. Anyway,
it certainly caught me off guard, Jim.
Yeah. But a bit of a break. You need a few breaks here for the Gim team, but that's definitely a little one anyways.
So now they're going to try to draw under all those rocks now. Draw under number 1, number 2, and past number 3. And it will be buried. And third shot, which really isn't too bad right now.
No, that's a good shot. That's, where it ended up is almost irrelevant. The fact that she can't get rid of it is a bonus. And yeah, if she makes this draw and throws it really well and freezes to the back when it probably takes it away, but you can't help that. You got to say, well, let's just do what we can do. And we need, as I said, you're going to need a break or two. You're going to need a miss or two to get back in it.
So Burgess is earning her pay today.
She really is. Good thing for Carly. She's in amazing shape. She's a very dedicated athlete and dedicated to being in great shape, and she's able to do this. You need some real serious good cardio for being able to do that.
So that draw is made, but they're looking at rearranging the deck chairs here. And
interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and I think they're double off those ones on top. I mean, take a look at how those angles are lined up. If you feel free to say I'm crazy, but I think you could push the back one into the one on the button and bring it over to move the yellow that was just thrown, but we'll see what happens.
Well, the thing you can do is if you make the double on the 2 that are the highest here, and you stay, you got to have a lot of luck and some misses. But if you make that double and stay out of the way, then the double on the back too is possible.
Got the one and just dead sticks it, but it's still an improvement.
Yeah.
Because now you have that rock that was just thrown in a very runnable position.
Yeah, the problem is that the back rock, the rock that was just behind the button now is a little higher, and the double on it and the one at the back of the 8-footer is much tougher. Where a minute ago you could actually make that and not disturb any of your own. That's assuming Kerri's rocks just disappeared somewhere somehow. But if she doesn't throw any, sometimes you play in a game, you're thinking, well, if you didn't get to throw, we'd be in a lot better shape. But
that's always the rub. The other team gets to throw.
I know.
Can you pay extra to avoid that?
That's a thought. If you want to do as a fundraiser spiel, that would be good.
Oh, at fundraiser spiels, I mean, you get mulligans.
Yeah. Just pay like $6 or something for them not to throw a rock, or it depends, I guess, on how much.
Well, as I discussed this, I mean, I played a fundraiser spiel, the Lupus spiel that's in Minnesota every year.
Yeah.
And there's a mulligan.
Yeah.
You can once a game make the other team replay a shot. It's called Prove It.
Okay. I've never heard that one. The mulligan's pretty familiar, but.
And then the third one is Place It, where up to the third's last rock, in every end except the last, you can literally just walk down a rock and put it wherever you want.
Okay.
We were involved in a game I was playing with Eugene Ritzik against Kevin Martin.
There we go.
And his team missed their called shot. So Kevin opted to use his mulligan.
Yeah.
And then they made it. So then I just skated down, and Kevin was starting to laugh from the very moment I skated down because he knew what was coming. And I said, Kevin, I think that shot was very impressive. I'd love to see you guys do that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were fortunate enough that it wasn't repeated. It was a pretty high degree of difficulty shot. So, but those things can be fun and raise a lot of money. So we have the coach coming out here, timeout's called.
You had to put $5 in the bottle at the other end to be able to go down the ice. Just staying in the fundraiser mode.
Yeah, why not? I mean, there's lots of things you can do. The other thing they do is something they call buy the tie.
Buy the tide or tie?
Yeah, tie, T-I-E. So in the fourth end, it's 6-end games, shorter games in this event.
Sure,
but we'll get back to the action first here. Looks like go ahead.
It's an interesting choice. I think she's playing the double on the Reds, I think.
That's
just single red. Can't tell.
I think it's just a single red and roll underneath their opponent's rock.
Yeah.
Saying it's always a good idea to lie four somehow, because that red up top, is a problem.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're settled. We've decided. Val Sweeting with her second. Burgess again.
Well,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like they did exactly what they wanted to do anyway.
So I think now that, you see them laddered up, I think your best outcome is here, Jim.
Well, yes. 6-0. I think I think maybe just a freeze to that one on the button, Dave, would be as good as anything. I don't know that hitting this top one is going to do very much for you. You only have 3 rocks to come. You got to get rid of way too many rocks to bring the back one into play. So I think I'm just maybe going to freeze that one on the button.
No, I certainly don't mind that.
Maybe within this top one, I'm thinking you're gonna hit it. It's gonna go onto the yellow that's maybe right behind it. And yeah, it rolls over somewhere in the rings, and maybe you stay. So you're sitting number 5, 6, 7, or 4, 5, 6, or something. But I just think there's just not enough shots left.
If there's too many more stones, we're gonna run out of fingers to count.
That's right.
And so we hit this red. It rolls. It's going to come across the house. Oh, I really thought they were hoping it was going to jam there.
I think they might have been hoping, but I just don't think it was lined up to do that. It was going to be way too difficult to make that happen.
So it leaves Einarson lying 1, 2, and 3, holding a 6-stone lead. We're here in the finals of the Saville Shootout from the Saville Community Sports Center on the U of A campus. Beautiful facility. It's been a good host for this spiel this weekend.
Absolutely. I think you just draw on this shot, don't you, Dave? Just kind of, I maybe come around top 4 foot in front of the one that's there. Maybe that's too simple, but it seems to work to me.
Well, we're simple. We are simple people, Jim.
Hmm.
And they already had their bags packed.
So Kerri, I think, is playing the same shot we talked about, just basically draw into on top of hers or just in front of hers would be where she's trying to go.
Einarson with her first in the 5th. This one took a big turn just then. Be the little tap, and they lie 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I don't think that's the result she was looking for, but
nope.
Gim's still looking at trying to figure out how she can remove enough stones to bring those back 2 into play, and I'm not seeing it. I just don't see it at all. So
I think it probably requires a priest, a lot of garlic.
Yeah. I think it's basically a tap freeze or freeze on
I don't see any way around that. As I am sitting here just as much as she is standing there trying to drill something up. And all I'm going to end up doing is putting a lot of Sharpie on my laptop screen.
You do know that as far as being a telestrator, that doesn't work, right? You're going to be the only one that can see that. We're not going to see all those circles on the laptop screen. So
Well, I said I'm a simple person.
yeah. Well, it would be neat if it would work, that's for sure. We said the other night, you just need daubers. You need bingo daubers that you can erasable or removable bingo daubers, and until we get the telestrator thing happening.
Well, you Canadians know your bingo.
Yeah. Been a while since I played bingo, though, I will say that. But it's still a very popular thing in these, especially in the smaller communities where I live and stuff. Bingo goes one night a week somewhere, everywhere, every night.
Oh, I spent many a Sunday afternoon helping out at my local fire company. This one needs to curl over to get past the guard. Oh, it just does. Now they're going to remove the one in the back of the button and roll over dead freeze on their own. Oh, it could have went just a hair further. Would have been really, really good then.
Yeah. Probably just a little bit heavy, I think, Dave. It just, that's why I almost didn't get by the high one, too. Just I think it just need to be a little bit lighter so you could get it over there a little bit further.
In terms of ideas, I think that was a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Anderson's just going to make it go away.
Yeah. These are the time in the games and the shots that the top teams are so different than the average curler in your club or something. When you have a 6-0 lead, you're like, well, we just throw it down there. We're trying to make it. I don't mean we're trying to miss it, but the intensity level on the shot is not really there. It's like, well, what can really go wrong here? Just make it go away and it's fine. But these guys are like, well, let's make it go away, but let's really think hard about what the end result is and where we are and all that. And even the calling of the shots, these shots in my club, I'm going to be pretty casual. Not want to beat my sweepers up probably, but here it's like, no, we're not in that stage.
Well, both brushers getting in on the action this time make the hit pretty little roll.
Yeah,
so
good shot.
The force is on, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're definitely right. A tough day for the Gim team. They've just had we mentioned before, they've had 2 or 3 shots that were so close that if 1 or 2 of those had gone the right way, we'd be in a 1 or 2 point game here instead of a 6-0 shutout at this point. But the other side of that is, Kerri herself has played really, really well, and Val's had a pretty good game. So it's
Well, exactly the type of action you would hope for a Sunday final.
Yeah.
So here comes Gim. She's facing a boatload. It's the final stone of the 5th. Needs to grab a piece of the lid. Brushers are on and off. They kind of like it. Is the weight right? It took that turn again. It took that turn. Now, can it push it far enough? No. And it's another stolen point, and that's now 7-0. It was just like that previous draw. It was tracking, and took a turn. And that will be handshakes. So congratulations to Kerri Einarson. They are the winners of the Saville Shootout over Team Gim. And Jim, well, we had just discussed, you're going to look at this score in the scorecard and say, man, that was a blowout. But, not really.
No, you're exactly right. It was, it was a lot closer game than it looks like on the scoreboard. I know we hear that all the time, but it really was. It was, the Gim team just had some opportunities that they didn't make, and we're so close that those 2 teams are pretty even out there. There's not 2 teams that are that much, not a 7-0 or 8-0 gap or whatever it is. It's, it's just unfortunate that she wasn't able to kind of get one little break where she needed it. The other side of that is obviously the Einarson team played this Bonspiel played 7 games or something like that, and basically had only one that was really, really close and stayed close. So very deserving win by Team Einarson for sure.
All right, and stay right where we are. We're going to send you right over to the men's final. So from Saville, for Jim Nixon, Connor Sins, I'm Dave Schmel. Thank you so much for watching. Stay right with us right here on Curling Stadium.